Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Nick DiNatale, founder of ShipPlug.com, a data-driven insights and proprietary software company that saves businesses time and money when it comes to their parcel shipping efforts. Nick DiNatale cut his teeth as a FedEx sales representative turned sales manager, where he managed high-profile accounts totaling hundreds of millions of dollars over a 12-year span. While working there, he identified a pain point among customers that didn't understand the claims process or their pricing contracts, resulting in financial losses. Enter ShipPlug, which has covered $1 million in refunds for late shipments and generated a total of $12 million in savings for its customers in just 2 years. Having seen firsthand companies go out of business due to a lack of understanding regarding their shipping costs, Nick is passionate about bringing a level of transparency and clarity to the space, providing customers fair and appropriate price-saving solutions in the process. Well, good afternoon, Nick. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Brian. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. I appreciate you making the time. Doing a podcast every morning, just about, it seems, is always a fun thing to start off a day. So again, appreciate you making the time. And Nick, let's jump right into your questions here. We want to get your story out there. Could you share the story behind the inception of ShipPlug, and what were the key challenges in the shipping industry that inspired you to start this company?
Yeah. So when I worked at FedEx for 12 years, I got a chance to work with the smallest customers to the largest, and they all had very, very similar complaints or challenges. So anywhere from understanding the claims process, it seems like UPS, FedEx, they just deny every claim. Understanding how to file and recognize that shipments are late that have guarantees on it. Customers most times wouldn't know that the carriers have a guarantee. And if they did, they wouldn't file it because it was hard. And then most apparent was that people just didn't understand their shipping cost. Our customers struggled to understand it because there's countless surcharges. Every year, the price goes up, and it's typically much more than the GRI, general rate increase, that the carriers announce. This year was 5.9. Most customers are seeing double-digit increases, and there's many surcharges, different service types, and most customers are not just shipping one product. So that's why it's truly hard for them to understand their cost and then truthfully knowing if they've gotten a fair price. We've seen countless examples of customers with both carriers that are in the hundreds of thousands that have a much better rate than customers in the millions. So you typically would think that the more you ship, the better price you get. It's not always the case.
Wow. Didn't know that. And I'm glad that you're sharing that, and this information is really important for all businesses out there. And as you know, you just saw UPS had a massive layoff. Obviously, costs are going up everywhere, but appreciate the share. That's going to be so helpful for many folks that use shipping services. So Nick, let's go on to the next question here. You've mentioned the complexities of freight claims and shipping costs. How does ShipPlug help demystify these aspects, particularly for smaller shippers who might find this process daunting?
Well, Brian, it works for all size shippers, but we've automated the process. So we identify based on customers' standard UPS, FedEx, DHL invoices, what shipments are late. Once we identify that, our software then goes and files for a refund on behalf of our customer, the shipper, and they get paid back by UPS or FedEx. Then we charge if we're able to recoup any money. We also give feedback on why the shipment was late. So a lot of our healthcare customers that really care about the product, they want to know why it was late. We're the only company in the industry that gives you a reason why every single package was late. Then as far as the claims process, we then integrate with a lot of our customers' ordering system where we can pull the invoice to see what it was actually charged at. Then on behalf of our shipper, we file for a claim. A claim might be a damaged package, a lost package. And then if UPS or FedEx denies the claim, we'll actually step in and engage to make sure that we fight for that claim if it's definitely due to our customer. And then again, we only charge if we're able to get a claim paid by the carrier directly to our customer, the shipper.
That's awesome. It's really taken the customer experience to the next level. We have struggled, me personally, I've struggled with shipping, lost packages, never get a refund. It's crazy that, this stuff happens, but we've got people like you going to make the world a better place. So I appreciate that, Nick. And Nick, you bet. How does ShipPlug streamline the shipping process for businesses? And what are the key features of your software that differentiate it from other solutions in the market?
Well, I think the biggest differentiator is yes, there's many of our competitors file for refunds, file for claims, but our software does it one better on the pricing side of it. We can recognize the best price we've seen for a similar customer. We're not going to compare a $50,000 a year shipper to a $500 million shipper. They're just not in the same range. But what we are able to do is take our customers' shipping data. We file for the claims. We file for the refunds related shipments. But then we can also benchmark off of similar customers to point out the best price we've seen. Now, why that's important is because it changes so many times. During COVID, both carriers, UPS, FedEx, and DHL announced what they call peak or now demand surcharges. So they're able to change the price, which never happened in 10 years ago. They're able to change the price almost on the fly. Now, they do announce it in a generic email that most people never look at. So our software, compared to our competitors, we remember when things change. And then if we see another customer that has a better price, or we pick up a potential customer that has a better price, we're able to use this to help our customers negotiate, sometimes saving them millions of dollars in just a few months.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. And I didn't even know that they could change it on a whim, but that is so cool.
It's the demand surcharges.
Absolutely. Great to know that. So Nick, last question of the day. What emphasis does ShipPlug place on user experience and technology in enhancing the efficiency of shipping operations, especially in the context of the current e-commerce trends?
Yeah, I think that is our business, right? A lot of our competitors advertise that they have X, FedEx, UPS, pricing analysts, salespeople. We have all that, but our software being dynamic, that it changes so fast. In e-commerce, if you sell on a marketplace, you can only sell on price, pictures, and ratings. So keeping your cost with software that it automatically can set you to be the lowest cost, keeping your actual cost of goods sold as low as possible really helps you sell on the marketplace, without a doubt. Then for the brands, being able to offer free shipping, being able to offer international shipping at a reasonable price, and then again, being able to enhance that customer experience with being able to offer refunds if your shipment is late, being able to offer claims if it shows up damaged. That all adds to the user experience of the brand. That's more so than selling on price, pictures, and rating. You're selling on customer experience. So if you sell on the marketplace, we definitely help with price, pictures, and rating. We help with the price and then the strategic knowledge that we have of keeping you current in the pricing realm compared to your competitors. That allows you to be competitive in the e-commerce space. And that's what our technology does.
That's awesome. I really do love this. And if you remember this, probably years ago, was it point, ship, click, kind of that mantra, that catchphrase, right? That'd be something that maybe you could work on and maybe take your company to the next level and have something that's branded like that. I think that'd be awesome.
That's what we're trying to do, Brian.
Awesome. Well, Nick, it was such a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thanks, Brian.
Bye for now.